Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and we have another new breakdown for you today. It's going to be on Rodgers throwing outside the pocket, and the reason we're doing this breakdown is just because we got a comment about wanting to see this particular breakdown. So for anybody watching this, if there's any particular breakdown that you want to see, go ahead and comment down below. Let us know. We'll be happy to do that breakdown there for you. And as always, if you like the content, go ahead and like and subscribe down below. It really helps us out a lot. So we'll go ahead and hop into the breakdown here. I just want to say before, getting too much into it, looking up this video on YouTube, just Rodgers throwing outside the pocket, I just recommend you doing that just because it's so amazing of a video. I mean, Rodgers is just something else when it comes to, being able to just create throws and make throws that just nobody else can do. But we see here a scramble out to the right, and what really becomes evident to me in terms of being able to generate force here is, one, being able to generate more speed, right? So you can see he's kind of going slow here, and then all of a sudden he starts speeding up when he decides to make this throw. As he's loading, he really gets that arm pretty far away from him, that left arm, right? See how far away he kind of loads up with that left arm and then really pulls down back. He keeps that elbow close to his body though. See how it kind of flares and then pulls it down close to his body, keeps that left hand close, and then also really pushes off that right hip to get all the way through with that right hip. Look at how far through he gets with that leg and how much extension he gets within that leg in order to really maximize this throw. So, you can see how those are some big things that he does. As he throws, he ends up kind of leaning off to the side as well. I mean, he throws the ball about 65 yards right on the money. So, kind of understandable that he ended up, kind of going off to the side a little bit. Here makes a pump fake. And, again, gets that front arm a little away, pulls that arm back into his body, gets full extension out of that right leg as he actually comes through. And he does do a good job as he's throwing and making sure that he gets that elbow back forward, right? Notice here, right? So see how he gets that elbow all the way through and gets the nose of the football facing towards where he wants to go. That's going to be super important when it comes to being able to be accurate and also put a good amount of overall force on the ball when he's throwing. This was another one over to the right. I mean, another amazing throw here. Over to the right, another amazing throw. That was a solid catch as well. This one he's throwing out to the left. When he throws out to the left, he really does a good job of being able to kind of flip his hips here as he's trying to generate force, right? So he turns, gets that hip around. Again, you can see he gets that hand away and then is able to throw. And then you can see how he gets that double kind of clutch there on that front leg as he's generating that force. It's something that's always, unique to see. Again, rolling out to the left, flips those hips quick, and then doesn't necessarily get gets his feet back set, but really just turns those hips all the way back around and then generates all the force that he needs to be able to throw that, 60-yard bomb. Obviously, that's something that's a legendary throw right there that he does right here. Gets that triple extension, gets that elbow through, and just does a great job of getting that arm pocket right straight forward, right? And that's something that I think he does such a great job of getting that nice solid arm position as he's getting rid of the ball. He gets that elbow up and through and gets that hand on top of the elbow, right? So he's always throwing from that position. No matter where his body is, he's always able to get that arm up, that elbow up to the same height and get that hand right in line with that elbow. And then comes down hard with it. He obviously has a big wrist flick when he's actually throwing the ball. That's where he's able to get so much of his force from in terms of generating being accurate and generating force within the throw. And you can see here with that front elbow again, notice how he kind of loads it there. He almost like extends it a little bit, almost like a baseball player. He kind of like extends out his arm first, and then after he extends and he pulls that arm through, he kind of flares that elbow out and then brings it back in while he's getting that full extension. Notice how he like really pushes off and extends with that right leg as he's throwing on the run. So that looks like the key things that you need to do in order to generate a lot of force. And when you're throwing on the run is being able to get that full extension, right? Full push off that right leg, being able to get that right elbow up and through, right? And making sure that the hand stays on top of the hand and wrist stays on top of the elbow, right? So you don't want to be too far back or anything like that, or too far off to the side. You want to keep that nice and upright. And then the other big thing is just making sure that left arm almost kind of extends for a second, then pulls right back in. So generating force with that left arm, not letting it flare too off to the side. I see a lot of guys that allow that left arm almost carry him off to the side, where instead you really want to use it as a way to almost keep you upright. You can see how he goes and pulls it back in close to him rather than allowing it to kind of pull themselves or their spines off to the side as they throw. All right? As always, guys, thanks for watching these videos. We have a bunch of great content down below, free content down below that includes, like a ebook. You have a 7-day trial to our throw program. We also have some throw breakdowns. So if you're interested in getting anything like this analyzed for you, depending on your deep ball, your accuracy, throwing on the run, we'd be happy to do something like that. And then also check out our program. All the links are down below if you want to find out a little bit more about our company and how we could help you in developing as a quarterback. All right, as always, thanks for watching these videos, and we'll see you soon.